Ahoy there, people of the interwebs. Figured I'd just maybe share some of my thoughts, do a slight review, discussion on the Suicide Squad trailer that came out. Now this is good trailers, man. This is a good trailer. I think it's just from the get-go, the use of music, Bohemian Rhapsody, it's just, they use all the different moments. I mean, the song it's an epic song, and it's got a lot of different tempos, a lot of different things going on at different parts of the song, and they use it all to, just expert timing with the editing and the sound effects, just to really sort of like cement the use of that song. And then the lyrics, again, of the song really kind of match, I think, the outlook of the film. This, nothing really matters to me. It's the Suicide Squad, isn't it? It's absolutely excellent use of music. And then, just from the get-go, you just get these little snapshots introducing to various different types of character, and how you can learn a lot of them just from seeing how they act just confined in their own cells. I mean, you've got Captain Boomerang is just raging, just angry, just wants to get out, just fighting his way out. Deadshot is, he's depressed, he's pining for, just looking out that small window he's got, pining for outside, pining for his life outside. Killer Croc is just using his time to just pump himself up, just be doing them press-ups, getting himself, fitter and stronger. El Diablo is there with his fire, bit of self-reflection, bit of, honing his skills, using his time to do that. And Harley Quinn, she's just at home. It's like this is her, the most at peace with, having a cup of tea, reading a book. It's just it's perfectly normal to be in prison. And I think that is just really sort of like just how it hits you with these characters. And then, I think colour plays an amazing part in this. You've got a lot of, I'd say, colour palette pulled from, sort of punk rock alternative culture, just to cement this film is going to be very subversive to the ideas of superhero films in general. I mean, obviously, the entire theme of it, the bad guys having to save the world, because, at the end of the day, when the world's in threat, a bunch of vandals, thieves, just bad people, they don't want the world to end, do they? They are doing it under duress. I'm not sure what type of, if they're going to do the entire thing with, bombs fitted to them and stuff like that. But yeah, they're going to be forced to do it, but at the end of the day, it is in the idea that, saving the world is for the greater good, just so they still have somewhere to, vandalise, thieve and terrorise from. So like I say, it's very subversive with the colours. But then when we get to Amanda Waller and, having a dinner talking about forming the squad, we go into this really decadent gold colour palette. I just think that's just the juxtaposition of that, and as well as like the greys and everything of the cells, this kind of slightly rusty greenish blue tinge to everything, which juxtapositions against the bright oranges of the prison uniforms. So whereas the guards and everything all blend into the backgrounds, the guys, the prisoners really sort of like stick out, and it's just is really well thought out. And so we get that, and then we start seeing how they're treated in the prison, getting beaten, getting the fire guy getting water tank and stuff like that. So we go, right, yeah, they're the bad guys, but the film's going to try and get us a bit of sympathy towards them. It's they're the bad guys, but should they really be treated like this? Get that outside the thought, so we can try and start to sympathise with these characters, which is an important thing. So we get that, and then it goes into a bit more of an introduction, just quickly. Let's not get into it too much, but he shoots people, he eats people, he sets things on fire, and you're possessed by a witch. You know, it's just, that was crazy. So it's just really sort of just excellent. Just like, this is just the rhythm as well. You know, keeping to the rhythm of that music. Dang, dang, dang. This is it. No time to spare. This is what's going on, and then we're just going to show you all the shit that is hitting the fan, and it is glorious. Just all the click, 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 you know, to the guns. The bit where the helicopter comes down and starts strafing the buildings. It's just, oh, love it. And then, you know, we get the music reaching like crescendo, and you know that world famous bit, you know, from Wayne's World where they start, you know, doing a bit of head banging. It takes that break for Captain Boomerang just to have a tinny. And that is just so fucking punk rock, right? I'm just going to have a bit of a tinny. Yeah, and then again, it's just more, oh. And the show is the Joker. I mean, a lot of people have been very dubious about the Joker. Well, let's face it, there has never been a bad screen version of the Joker. Everyone who's played the Joker has done an absolutely fantastic job, and I don't think it's going to fall flat in its ass now. Yeah, people have a problem with the tattoos and the grill, and you know what? He's making it his own. He's making it, and you have to play a character like that. You can't, you know, go off someone else's performance, and you've got to do something new and refreshing, and I'm all for that. He looks like a goddamn fucking rock star on that screen, and that's what the Joker should be. I mean, DC, to me, have a lot better rogues gallery than Marvel do. I do prefer some of the Marvel heroes compared to DC, because DC, a lot of the heroes are very, you know, straight-laced, and it's the rogues gallery where they really let loose. And this is them saying, we can make a film about some of our C-list villains, because you're never going to get Killer Croc being the main antagonist in the film. Yeah, you know, Captain Boomerang is not going to be the big bad in any of these, you know, Justice League films or Justice League spin-offs. It ain't going to be Captain Boomerang who's going to be the big bad character, you know, that they need to fight against. So it's giving them a time to shine, this wonderful, diverse, you know, road gallery they have, and giving them their own film. It's going to be very Guardians-esque, the Galaxy. But whereas Guardians of the Galaxy come together and become the Guardians of the Galaxy at the end, these guys are still going to be bad fuckers when this film is finished. It's subversive, like Deadpool is subversive. Whereas Deadpool's subversive, it's still keeping very much the superhero colour palettes and everything to the film, but it's going to be a lot more gore and a lot more comedy. This is just going to be, its tone is going to be a lot more subversive. It's still going to be, you know, a PG film, unlike Deadpool, which is, you know, skyrocketing on the ratings. So much so I think they're going to even tone stuff down so we can even show it. But this is going to be still within the realms of, you know, a lot of reaching to the wider audience, but it's still going to be very subversive. Do you rooting for the bad guys? It's going to be other bad guys. It's not going to be you're rooting against the bad guys fighting against good guys. We're not at that level yet, but it's going to be bad guys fighting against even badder guys. And it's, yeah, they've done an amazing job. You know, the music, the colour palette, just what they've actually chose to show you and what they've chosen not to show you, more importantly, is just absolutely, you know, top draw. I think, you know, this is going to be one of the standout films of the year. But we're getting so many good films this year. This year is like Nerdtopia of films. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed some of my thoughts. Got any comments? Leave them below. And catch me later. Cheers.